start early. Hello everyone, my name is Pooja Vijay Sursure, LLB first year student and the anchor of this interactive session. An investor without investment objectives is like a traveler without a destination. Good morning to this amazing session, our respected principal, Mr. Rajesh Wankhede sir of SNDT Women's University Law School, and our speaker for the day, Ms. Ankita Mehta Surana, all the teaching faculty and non-teaching staff, and my dear fellow students. Now, I would humbly invite our respected principal, Mr. Rajesh Wankhede sir, to give an initiatory speech to preface our interactive session on the learning, the importance of invest right and start early. Hello?
To improve our number of students because we were expecting more than 100 students. But no problem. So we are starting with limited students. Actually, since long back we were thinking about to conduct a session for investment at the right time because this is a student life and this is the right. I think this is the right time to invest. Means at least start investment because when we start investment after 30 or 35, so you will have a limited issue or you will have limited time. But if you start investment, one second. So I think the students are near about 20 to 25 group, the age group. I am talking about age group. So they are having ample time to invest. So thank you so much, Ankita madam. She has given a right subject that is investment, start invest and start early. So early investment is necessary because you will have, if you are considering there are 80 years of lifespan. So if you are 20 to 25, near about 40 years further you are having for investment. Why investment is important? Because when I see and anybody can see when we travel, so the old age people are working. Suppose a old age people, like a old age person is driving a cab. So I think when I see a old age person is driving, he's more than 60 or 70 years. I think why he is working. So the reasons may be different. Maybe uh, his son or his daughter is not taking care, or maybe he has he doesn't have son or he doesn't have any issue. So that's why he's working. But second question naturally arise in my mind, why he's working at this age when he cannot work. So suddenly the second answer come in my mind. So there was no a proper investment plan in his life. So he has not invested or he has not started investment in proper age or proper time. That's why he is working in this age where he can't work. That's why he have to work for his survival. and everyone is known about the government policy. Day by day, the government is very reluctant to pay the pension. So almost there is no pension in any government jobs, in state government or in central government. There is no pension. Means there is no pension security. Means we have to create our own savings. We have to generate our own savings by our earnings. And if you start early, then you are more benefited, because early saving is always better. If a person, suppose for example, Mr. X started investment at the age of 40, so remaining 20 or 25 years or 30 years is he is further is he is having. So this is for your future, when you are not able to work as you are working today. You can work hard, you can work hardly today, but tomorrow we cannot say. Tomorrow we can say, one second. So tomorrow we can't work. So this is important for our future benefits or future survival. One more thing, another question specifically, Madam will talk about share market. Why investment in share market is important? First question is investment is important. Now, why share market investment in share market is important? Because when we invest in mutual funds, SIP, or other things, the banks in FD, these people are invest your money in share market. So we think why we cannot invest directly in share market, because when they people will invest in share market and they can deduct their commission, and remaining profit they will transfer to your account. So if you will directly invest in share market, direct profit will come to your account. Means you can get direct benefit. That's why and this is the best platform for investment. And the early investment is, we know that it is very important, and we will not take your more time, because Ankita madam is going to talk about this proper today's subject matter and today's topic. So I will hand over the session to the Ankita madam. Thank you so much for organizing this wonderful session, and this is a very important session. Thank you, Darshika madam, and our teaching staff. They have organized this stuff and they have invited Ankita madam. Thank you so much for listening me carefully. Please, Pooja, continue this session.
Thank you so much, sir, for shedding light on the topic we are going to discuss on this interactive session. Now, I would take this opportunity to introduce our speaker of the day, Ms. Ankita Mehta Surana, ma'am, is a practicing chartered accountant at the firm of Mehta and Associates with office in Fort Area at Churchgate. She has been teaching for more than 10 years, and for more than 1,000 students have reached their chartered accountancy coaching through her. She teaches at all three levels of chartered accountancy course. She has studied to be a company secretary, has completed her 3 years law course from GLC Mumbai. Ankita ma'am is also actively associated with a non-profit organization, Mrs. Parv Social Welfare Foundation. This foundation is working for physically and mentally challenged, has set up exhibitions for women entrepreneurs, and is creating cancer awareness among women. She has been felicitated by ICAI President for conducting lectures for CA fraternity during COVID for Churchgate Study Circle. She has worked with big corporate including Delight, BMR Associates, and Khetan and Company. She is an avid reader, with Mr. Amish Tripathi being her favorite Indian author, and is a passionate writer too. She has written many blogs on the Momspresso app under the handle Ankita Mehta. She comes from a family filled with lawyers, including her husband, and has two beautiful children, age 6 and 3 respectively, whom she adores the most. Her motto is to be happy with life has to offer to you and to take each day at a time, enjoying every moment of the present. So, I would like I would like to invite ma'am to take over the session.
Yes, thank you, Pooja, for that wonderful read. And thank you, Rajesh, sir, for giving me this opportunity to have an interaction with our wonderful and bright children here. Thank you, the teaching staff of SNDT University, including Darshika ma'am, who's been a close friend. Thank you to the non-teaching staff as well for supporting us through our endeavors. And yes, to all the lovely audience who's come. It's a Tuesday morning. It is difficult to get in at such an early hour, but yes, we are here and we are embarking on our learning endeavor today. So, without any further ado, I would like to start my presentation. Um, yes. So, the topic that we are doing today is invest right, start early. Okay. There are four words on this screen that we can see, which is invest, right, start early. Now, invest basically means not saving. You've
Uh,
saved your, yes,
Sorry to
sorry,
interrupt, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt.
yes.
Voice is a little bit in.
Pooja, I can't hear you. Hello.
It's little bit. Your voice is little bit cracking.
Okay.
Madam, you are audible. You can continue.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes. Okay, so there are four words on the screen which we have, as I was just mentioning. What is investment? Now, investment is different from savings. You know, as children, when we were 5 years old, we were given a small piggy bank wherein they taught us to start saving the coins, to start saving money. Like when you go out, you are given 5 rupees, but you save 1 rupee and you put it in that piggy bank, hoping to buy something afterwards. Now, that savings habit has been cultivated in Indians right from the very beginning. You know, we don't have to teach our children that you need to save, it comes automatically to us. It is subconsciously ingrained in us that we need to save money. Okay, but just keeping money with you is not going to make any sense. Unless we invest it at the right place, we are not going to multiply the money. Only having money is not enough. You have to put it in the right place, bring it in the right channel, and then what you earn is the big mango tree. What you are doing is you are sowing the seeds, and what you're getting out of it is the luscious, the tree which is bearing all the fruits which we can enjoy in our later years. Now, right investment. Right is a very perspective word. You know, what is right for me may not be right for you. Today, I am at an age where I'm quite settled with my career, and I know that I can take a few more risks than what I could have when I started off my career. So maybe at that time, I would only invest in a particular safe zone. But today, when I'm settled, when my needs are different, when my goals have changed, I change my investment also. So, what is right from me sorry, so what is right for me has to be very age dependent, has to be very amount dependent, has to be dependent on your goals. So as we go further, we are going to discuss this even more. Start early. This is our learning for today. You know, you may think, ma'am, I am a 20-year-old or I'm a 22-year-old. I have just started working. I'm just earning internship money, or, you know, whatever, I'm doing a summer job or whatever. My advice to you is it is never too early to start investing. Whenever you know where you want to put your money, just start doing it. Start making the money work for itself. That is our today's motto with this presentation. What is investment? An asset or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciation over time. See, when I have a piggy bank, my money is in the piggy bank. It is just lying there. It's not increasing on its own, right? Somebody has to do something to that money, put that money somewhere. That money has to earn by itself, multiply by itself, and then it becomes an investment. 100 rupees 10 years back could buy me X thing. Today, the same 100 rupees cannot buy me the X thing. Inflation. Your money has to beat the inflation. Our investment has to be such that our money multiplies. Savings versus investment. This is something that I want to ingrain in every student here. I am not asking you to save money. I know you are saving the money. I am asking you to now invest this money. Saving is ideal for smaller, typically short term goals like paying for a car or travel or an emergency fund. Okay, it's good. You are saving. But investing helps us reach our long term goals, such as paying for education, retirement, property purchase. If you invest your money, the funds will multiply, definitely subject to investment risk. See, we cannot avoid risk. If we want to earn something more, the risk is always going to be there. But what we need to do is take calculated risk. We don't have to become Warren Buffett on day one itself. No, that is not. He has also reached his $60 billion asset not in a single night or not overnight. He invested in stocks which he purchased at fair market valuations and he held them for a very long time. And by long time, I mean at least a decade. Today you are 20, you don't have too many needs. Start investing. By the time after 10 years, maybe you are 30, 35, you will have children, you will have other needs, you will have money to satisfy those needs. You will have money to buy a house, you will have money to pay finance medical expenses for your parents or something relating to children or your higher education. Have your investment goals in mind, and accordingly we have to do our investment. What is the need for investment? To be independent. I am sure all of you have heard about Beyonce and her beautiful songs, right? But Beyonce is not just another woman who comes and sings. Beyonce is an independent female singer in a world filled with male singers, dominated by the males. And why is she so relevant? Is because her money talks. Money gives you the power to run a show. And to be able to get that money, you need to invest your money. Your primary aim in life is to be financially independent. There's a reason why our parents are investing so much in our education. It is not just that tomorrow they are able to secure their financial future, it is also because we have to secure our financial future. You put your money to work and potentially build wealth. Make money on your money to outpace inflation and increase the value of the money you hold, to have regular income in terms of interest, in terms of dividend. When you invest your money in shares, you earn dividend. When you invest your money with banks in terms of fixed deposits, you get interest. This is a regular source of income. The next point, this support causes which are important to you, this is very, very relevant. You know, um, Support causes which are important to you. Now, all of us want to work for the better of the society. All of us want to bring a difference in the society. We want to leave this society a better place than what we got it, right? And to be able to do that, we need money. No good work can happen without money. Now, if I am a student and I still have such objectives in life, let me start saving something for the causes that really I believe in, like, say, woman empowerment or child education, girl child education, or poverty eradication, or ensuring everybody gets food, or working for mentally handicapped children, special children. Yes, you can pick up a cause and get some money for that cause. Invest it in a safe area. I'll show you what safe risk, zero risk or safe investments are. And that money you can use it for these causes which are so dear to you in life. Tax benefits. Now, right now, your income may not be taxable, but very soon, in 3 years or 4 years, you all will be lawyers and out in the market earning lakhs of rupees. At that time, you will realize how good it was to invest. Whatever you earn, you don't want to pay taxes to the government, right? And to be able to save on the taxes, you need to make the right investments. Your retirement plan. Rajesh sir in the beginning said that he saw a 60-year-old driving a taxi. Now, I understand where this comes from. Why should we, in our golden years, be still working? It is primarily because when we were young, we did not think about investing in the right places. You have to have your retirement plan. You may think, Ari, miss, I'm only 20 years old right now. Why do I have to think of something when I'll turn 60? I'll see what we do when I turn 60. No. Have a vision, have a long term financial goal, see what you want to do. I know friends who've invested so well, and probably at the age of 40 or 45, they want to retire. They want to do things that they were never able to. They want to see the world. They want to have experiences that they've not had before. They want to go to a foreign country and start working there, like start afresh in a foreign land. These are things you can think of only if you've had a good retirement plan. Tailor to your changing needs. This is very, very important. You have to, be flexible. You can't be rigid saying, this is what I'll do at 30, this is what I'll do at 35, this is how my life will be at 40. No. Life is going to throw umpteen number of surprises at you. And you need to be prepared for it. Prepared for it in terms of be flexible. Okay, maybe this investment didn't work out for you. Let it be. Start trying alternative plans. Lastly, leave a legacy to your heirs. When you leave this world, let somebody be happy behind you. There's a reason why our parents have taken insurance, right? That insurance money is not ideally for them, it is for us when they leave the world, so that our financial needs are still met. Likewise, when we go, we should also have some legacy which our heirs look forward to, like that rich uncle or rich auntie who dies and everybody is happy. But yeah, I'm not saying that you have to earn for them, but you have to have some money so that you secure the financial life of your dependents. Why do we need to start early? The first line here, Warren Buffett's line, I really like this a lot. I started my first investment at age 11. I was wasting my life until then. As a student, we started working during our CA articleship. The first thing we get is our stipend money. So I got some 4,000 rupees as stipend money for working a month. Now, you are happy, you are excited. What do you do with that money? You don't need it to buy your books, or you don't need it to buy your clothes, or you don't need it for your necessities because everything is being provided by your parents. So, what do you do with that money now? The first advice which my father gave me was make an FD out of it, a fixed deposit. He did not say 4,000 is very less, Ankita. What do you get in 4,000? No, he did not say that. He knew the importance of that money for me because for the first time I had worked for a full 30 days in a month and I earned that 4,000 rupees. He did not ask me to spend it. He said, make an FD. I made it. The second month, again I made it. Third month. So, like this, I kept working for 3 years. I keep making FDs every month. By the end of my CA articleship, I had a good 3 lakhs in my bank. I'm not telling you that I have not spent the money. I have spent the money. Right now, everything was being provided by my parents. I did not have to use my money. So, what did I do with that money? I keep investing it. And then the magic of compounding works. When you don't take out the interest, you earn interest on interest on interest on interest. And the money keeps multiplying. So even if it's a small amount, like say 500 or 1000, even 100 rupees, if you think you don't need it, invest it, but at the right place. It is best to start investing earlier in small increments rather than invest big increments at a later time. Today you are 20, you start investing even say 500 rupees a month. It's going to be good rather than you start investing a lakh rupees a month at the age of 40 or 45. No. By then, your expenses have increased, your needs have changed, your investment plans will be different. You have to start early. This is very, very important. Never depend on a single income. Make an investment to create a second source. We've all learnt it the hard way during COVID. So maybe as students, you all may have not realized, but your parents definitely did, that single source of income didn't work because a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people were not called to work for a very long time. A lot of people had to face salary cuts. There were a lot of problems, right? So unless I have a secondary source of income, I am really in a bad position if I have only one primary income and there is no other income. So learning it the hard way, my advice to you would be always invest, because then you have a regular flow of income in terms of interest, in terms of dividend, and whenever you need the money, you can break your investment and the principal comes back to you. So the money is not gone anywhere. It is there, but you are not using it. When you invest, you are buying a day that you do not have to work. And that is so lovely. It's like buying Sundays. Imagine how good you feel. The biggest risk of all is not taking one. See, everything we do, we are taking a risk. We are either crossing the road, we are taking a risk. We are coming to college, we are taking a risk. We are going back home, we are taking a risk. We have decided to do law, that is another risk we've taken. We decide not to do law, another risk taken. But you keep taking risks, right? And that is how you learn. And as you keep doing it, as you keep investing, you learn better how to do it better. There are different types of investments here. Now, what I've written in red, I'm going to explain in detail. So, right now, we'll just run through it. The others, we'll just discuss it. We have stocks, which we'll do in detail, certificate of deposit. Now, this certificate of deposit is a money market instrument. Here, you need minimum 1 lakh rupees to start investing. So, when you invest, you get a certificate that, okay, you've deposited 1 lakh rupees, and that's like your FD. But it's a money market instrument. It's not with the banks, it is with financial lenders. You have fixed deposits or recurring deposits with banks, which I will explain to you. You have bonds. Now, bonds are basically debt instruments. So, bonds is basically you lend money to a person who needs the money, that is the borrower, and the borrower pays you interest. Now, the interest on these bonds could either be fixed, floating, and you have something now called zero coupon bonds. Now, zero coupon bonds is a way of tax. You are saving on taxes through zero coupon bonds. So it is basically a mechanism to save on to your tax payment. But fixed interest rate bonds and floating interest rate bonds are very common. Floating, by the word floating, I mean it keeps changing. So as the interest rate changes in the economy market, your bond interest rate also changes. You have real estate, which we'll discuss it. We have mutual funds, we'll discuss it. We have exchange traded funds. This is nothing but your commodities market. Shares, that is stock market, is basically share market, right? Companies have their shares which they bring out through public issues. People subscribe to the shares are allotted to them. Now, what is commodity market? Commodity market is for sale of commodities like sugar, like your gold, silver. So here, what you do is you buy and sell commodities, but not physically. It is something called demat form, that is dematerialized form. We'll study this a bit more in detail when we do the stock market. We have PPF and National Pension Scheme, which is government backed, very safe. We'll again do it in detail. We have insurance, which I want to explain a little more. We have Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. Now, I know it's not very relevant for you, but there's a takeaway. You can always tell this to your parents or your grandparents in the house. Senior citizen is one who is 60 years of age or more. And this person gets to open a senior citizen savings account with a bank. He can invest for 5 years, he can further invest for 3 more years. The interest rate is very high over here in the senior citizen savings scheme, but right now you are not eligible for it. Precious metals, this is basically your gold, your silver, your platinum, palladium. You can either buy it physically or through the commodity market. Again, in demat form in the commodity market. You have antiques, collectibles, art. Now, for this, I would suggest you need to have some liking towards art and some knowledge of art. So, either you go to a proper art gallery where the auctions are conducted and you buy it from there, where you are sure of the genuineness. Otherwise, this is a little area where you can lose a lot of money also. So, you be careful when you deal with art, but the other things, yeah, it is simpler. And you know the values of those things as well. In art, what happens is you don't always know whether this is fake or genuine, and that can be a little complicated at times. Useful investment tips for us. Just 1 minute, I'm just checking if there is any message. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have in useful investment tips? You identify your risk tolerance. You use investment calculators to understand the expected yield on amount invested. Like I was just telling you, 4,000 rupees I was investing every month for 3 years, and later it turns into 3 lakh plus. And this you can also get online investment calculators, which you can use for the same. Identify your tolerance for risk. You should know how much money you can lose. If you know that you can't lose money, you cannot even take a loss of 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee, whatever. What you will have to do is you will have to go for all the safe investments. But if you can take smaller risk, or if you can hold for a little time, then you can go to the stock market. In that also, if you don't want very risky investments, you can go to mutual funds. But if you are okay with taking some risk, then you go on to equity shares individually. So, yeah, there is a lot of ways of investing your money. But first, you have to understand your risk tolerance levels. Chalk out your short term and long term financial goals and pick those investments that align with your objectives. Like, if you know that in 10-15 years you want to buy a house, say for 50 lakh rupees, then today you have to understand how much money you have to start investing. Or if you know that after 10 years you want to study further and this particular exam is going to cost you 5 lakh rupees, then you have to chalk out how much money you have to start investing right now. Key to investment is diversification. This is very, very important. Don't put all your money in the same place. Diversify your portfolio. That is, you can have some in your FDs, some in stock market, some in real estate market, some in precious metals. Like, our parents annually, once at least, they go and buy some kind of gold or some kind of diamond jewelry or some kind of silver jewelry. Why do they do this? It is not because they want to do it or they need it. It's also because they want to put their money in a safe place. They want to ensure that the value keeps increasing. And that is why they've diversified their portfolio. Periodically review your investment portfolio to verify if they continue to remain aligned with your personal goals. Yes. So you have to keep checking whether your investments are in the right place or not. Always have a retirement investment plan in place to enjoy your golden years. Definitely, we are reiterating it again and again that the purpose of investment is to have a secure financial future. How do we start? So you get onto a budget, you follow the 50-30-20 rule. Now 50-30-20 rule is 50% of your income is for your necessities, your basic needs, your food, clothing, shelter, your education, all of that. 30% is for contingencies or discretionary expenses. Like sometimes you want to take a travel or sometimes you want to do something for fun. 20% is to be saved for investment. Always. Always have this habit that you make savings and that saving is invested in the right place. Chalk out your short term and long term investment goals. This will help you determine how much risk you can take, determine the money you want to invest in different instruments. Always have a diversified portfolio. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not put all your money in one place. Because if that one place goes down, all your money goes down. But if somewhere it goes down and somewhere it goes up, you are still in a sorted position. You may need to consult an investment advisor or broker or robo advisor who meets your needs. So, you have a lot of platforms where you can get these financial advisors who can help you out with depending on where and how much you want to invest your money. Safe investments. You have public provident funds and national pension scheme as the safest investment that we have. PPF is one of the safest investments in India. It's backed by the government. You can start by opening an account with any bank or post office. Minimum amount is as low as 500, maximum 1,50,000 per year. You have a lock-in period of 15 years. It's only after 15 years that you can start using this money. However, earlier you start, the better it is. So from tomorrow, if you can open a PPF account and you can start investing money there, so you're 20 right now, at the age of 35 you will have your money in hand, and that big amount of money will be so useful for your family's needs, for your medical needs, for educational needs, all of it, or for buying a house or buying a car. National pension scheme, this is also backed by government. It's your perfect retirement plan. Again, so in national pension scheme what happens is you put your money and the government then gives you four options where you want your money to be put in. So depending on how much risk you are ready to take, you may go opt for equities or government bonds or corporate bonds or alternative investment funds. So based on what you have opted for, the returns will depend on that. Investors are eligible for superannuation on attaining 60 years of age. So once you attain 60 years of age, you start getting that monthly pension back. Invest in PPF before the 5th of every month, as the interest is calculated on the basis of minimum balance in one's PPF account between the 5th and the month end. So basically, whatever is the minimum balance during this period of 25 days, you get the interest is calculated on that. So it's always better to invest before the 5th of the month. Both of these, PPF and NPS, help you get tax deductions under Chapter 6A. You get a deduction of up to 1,50,000 rupees. Also, when you get this money on maturity, they are subject to tax exemptions. So again, like you put your money, आपको टैक्स डिडक्शन मिल गया आपके टैक्सेबल इनकम से. आपको जब ये पैसा वापस मिल रहा है, अगेन टैक्स नहीं लगेगा उस पे. So it's like tax free, free, free. It's exempt, exempt, exempt at all stages. Understanding the stock market. Now, this is something that I can understand that a lot of young girls are interested in this. Just 1 minute. Oh, can someone please unmute and say if you can hear me?
You are not audible.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
please.
now can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Um, I just felt I lost my internet connection for a minute there. Yes. Okay. So understanding the stock
Yes, ma'am, you
market.
did.
Okay.
Now you're audible and visible.
Okay, perfect. So understanding the stock market. I understand that a lot of young girls are interested in this. I think somebody's mic is on. Yeah, okay. So stock market is something that is, a lot of young girls are interested in now. And definitely more power to women, and they are better at it, honestly. As women, we are very capable of understanding risk. And that is why this dealings in stock market and the mutual fund comes very naturally to us. We have this very innate gut feeling where we know that this stock is going to be very bad for us or very good for us. And if you follow that instinct, supported with your financial research and knowledge, you are going to have a great time in the stock market. First, I just want to skip this and I want to bring you here. How does it work? So, you have a bank account. Okay, all of us will have a bank account somewhere or the other. We Sorry, just 1 minute. There's this call that I need to. Okay, so we all have a bank account. What we need to do is we need to open a demat account. Once we open a demat account with a registered broker, what we can do now is we can start trading on the stock market. Now, there are two types of investors: one who buy first and sell later, one who sell first and buy later. Now, this you may think is so confusing. How can you sell something what you don't have and then buy it? This is allowed. Let's understand this. Here you are a bull, and here you are
Ma'am,
a. Yes,
Ankita ma'am,
yes, yes.
you muted yourself, ma'am. Sorry, but
Oh,
we
okay,
can't
okay.
hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 very much,
Yes,
ma'am.
it's
Thank
Yes.
you.
audible.
Sorry, sorry. Yes. Okay. So I was just saying that you will need a bank account. Of course, you will have one. You will need to open a demat account with a registered stockbroker. Okay. Once you are ready with both of these accounts, your bank account and your demat account, it's very simple to open a demat account. You just find a proper broker, you do your KYC, and your demat account is open. Now you can start trading. You can do trading online as well on your own. It's easy, nothing great. It's like online shopping. Here you are shopping shoes, here you are shopping shares. That's it. But what is important to understand is whether the market is bullish or whether the market is bearish. Now, market is bullish means you are expecting the prices to go up and up. When the market is bearish, you are expecting the prices to fall down. Now, in both ways, you can earn money. When you buy with an intention to sell, hoping the price to go up, you are bullish. You're going to make a profit. If you buy at say 20 rupees and you sell at 30 rupees, you've made a profit of 10. Great. But if you think the markets are falling, 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 and it's going to keep falling further and further ahead, you sell right now something that you don't have. You are selling it. Say I sell a stock at 45 rupees. I don't have that stock, okay, but I still have the opportunity to sell it. This is only possible in the stock market. It's called selling short. Short meaning I don't have the shares, but I'm still selling them. In that day itself, before the market closes, I have to buy those many shares. So that in my account, I have shares to give the settlement. Now, when I buy, say, but the market kept falling and I bought at 25 rupees, what I have done is I have still earned 20 rupees. When the market is going up, I am earning money. When the market is going down, I am still earning money if I understand the market. And this is possible only if you read the financial newspapers, if you keep track of the financial news, if you understand economy. So I'm not saying ye overnight aapko aa jayega. No, it's not possible to overnight understand all of these things. Not possible at all. But okay, we can learn. Okay, let's understand how to enter the stock market. Firstly, you need a bank account, bank of your choice. You need a demat account, trading account with a SEBI registered broker. You cultivate a habit to read some financial news. You determine the shares or mutual funds you want to invest in. And you must have money, of course, and you place your stock order. With your broker, you can also do it online. However, brokerage is always charged. You cannot operate without a broker. So there has to be a broker. You can either do it yourself or you can do it online. It's like, Swiggy पे अगर आपने कुछ order किया है तो Swiggy delivery तो लेगा. आपसे नहीं लेगा तो वो सामने वाले से लेगा. So there has to be a charge. Swiggy has to earn something. Likewise, the brokerage is always going to be there. It's an unavoidable expense. At the same time, it's very minuscule of what you are earning. So it doesn't really matter. This should not deter you from going to the stock market. Okay. How stocks work. Now, companies come out with their stocks through initial public offers. We buy these shares, that is basically subscribe to the shares, and the shares are allotted to us. In the open market, we again sell and buy the shares, and what we earn is either dividend when we are holding the shares, when we sell the shares, what we earn is the capital gains. Ideally speaking, this should be your place to be. You must identify safe stocks which you think you can invest in and try to do so. Blue chip companies, there is something called Tata Group of Companies, Infosys, you have Reliance. These are all reliable companies. Reliable in the sense you can invest right now, buy at a fair price, and then hold it for a long time. And be rest assured that the money is going to increase, it's going to multiply. Don't be in the habit of checking your money every day. No, every day you cannot keep checking your stocks. No, because then it's undue stress and undue pressure that you're taking upon yourself. You have to hold. On an average, in a decade, stock market returns are generally higher than 10%. And 10%, mind me, is a very high rate of return. You don't get this on FDs or recurring deposits with banks. It's somewhere around 6 to 7% that you earn. And on top of that, you have to pay taxes. So it goes up to 4 and 5%. So it is not so great. Now, what are mutual funds then? See, buying stocks is you buy shares of a particular company. But mutual fund is now what you do here is you invest in a mutual fund, and this mutual fund then invests in shares of other companies. So if you don't want the hassle of understanding how each company works, you find out a mutual fund which is suitable for you in terms of your risk tolerance, and then you invest in that mutual fund. Again, investing in mutual funds gets you tax deductions, which is definitely useful when you start earning and you'll have to pay taxes. How to enter the stock market, we've done. Yeah, this is what I was talking to you about. How even when the market is bullish, you can earn, and even when the market is bearish, you can earn. The only thing is you must know when to buy and when to sell. And this comes only when you are abreast with the market. So you have to cultivate a habit of reading financial news. You cannot say this is not relevant to me. No. As students of commercial background, as students who want to invest their money, we have to understand this. We have some safe options also, like bank deposits. So FD and recurring deposits is something that I'm sure all of you know. You earn interest rates on that. Your money is with the bank. Whenever you want, you can break the FD and you get your money back. Of course, if you break it before maturity, there can be a small penalty to it. But understand, this is all taxable. Insurance. Now, this is something I want to discuss a little with you. See, in India, no, we think everything is an investment. But insurance is not like that. Insurance is something that I should not get the money out of it. The money should come to my dependents, my nominees, after my death. बट इन इंडिया वी से अच्छा, अगर 100 रुपया डाला है, महीने भर डालेंगे, साल भर डालेंगे, 20 साल डालेंगे, तो वापस कितना मिलेगा? नहीं. Insurance is not with that purpose. But to again meet the needs of Indian users, insurance has, customized itself, and we have different types of insurance plans in India. We have term insurance plans, endowment plans, unit linked insurance plan, whole life policy, annuity plans with life cover. Term insurance plan, here the policy value is given to you only if you died, not to you, I mean to your nominees, only if the policy holder dies during the tenure of the plan. Endowment plan, if the person doesn't die, he gets some sum assured. ULIP, unit linked insurance plans, here you have your money invested in the stock market, and so your returns are much higher. Of course, it is a little riskier. Whole life policies, this covers your entire life. So the entire life you will have to keep paying premiums for the benefit of your nominees. Annuity plan with life cover is basically you keep paying premiums for a certain tenure, and after that you start getting monthly or quarterly or some regular payments back from the insurance company, and also your life is covered throughout. So this is basically like your retirement plan. So till the age of 60 I keep paying the premiums, and after the age of 60 the insurance company will start paying me annuities, but at the same time covering my entire life. So, yes, insurance is something that you should think about and take it as soon as possible. The younger you are, the premium is less. So, depending on your health being better, your dependents being lesser, your premium is less, your sum assured is higher, and the period that you are covered is much longer. So this is a good thing to do for every person, for every individual, not just you, not just your parents, but everybody. Insurance is a must. At the same time, in India, we get tax benefits of taking insurance under Chapter 6A of Income Tax Act up to 1,50,000 rupees. So if you're paying a premium of up to 1,50,000, that is the deduction you get from your taxable income. Real estate investment, I am going to touch upon this topic a little more simply because I see women coming in this field and I see that they are making great endeavors and they are making remarkable difference. You know, real estate was always thought to be a man's prerogative, that buying a house is a man's job, but it's not so anymore. I see so many women registering houses in their names now, solely, not even as co owners or joint owners, sole owners. Now, real estate investment is very, very good simply because this money doesn't fall. This money, see, the value of land never deteriorates. The land is scanty, the supply of land is less. And if the supply of land is less, then the demand, with the increasing demand, the prices will keep increasing. So real estate investment is a very, very good option or a very good alternative. Now, I understand that you may think, Miss, buying a house is not possible right now. I understand. You cannot be buying rental properties right now. So what do you do then if you're not buying rental properties? You find out real estate investment groups which are ideal for those who don't want to, have the hassle of buying the property but want to have the benefit of having a real estate transaction. So you pool in your money with others in trust and you get into real estate investment. There's also something called real estate crowdfunding, which is an online platform to connect investors to finance project with real estate developers. See, you may think, Miss, I have only 1 lakh rupees. How can I invest in the real estate markets of Mumbai? Okay, I understand. It's a very small amount for real estate market. But you can pool it in with others and thereby have your real estate investment. You have REITs, you have REIGs, trusts and groups which bring in the money of others. They handle all the hassles of buying the property, updoing the property, and then putting it out on rent. And 90% of the money that they earn, they have to distribute it out as dividends. So you see, even by not being able to, individually buy a property, you can still do it through participation in groups. How real estate investors make money? It's obviously through real estate appreciation. The value of the land keeps increasing. There is related income in terms of rent, or if you, like suppose if you have 3 bedrooms and you rent out 1 bedroom, you are earning some income out of it. You have cash flow income when you will sell the property, you will earn capital gains and you will earn cash flow income. Ancillary real estate investment income is in terms of when you updo it, or sometimes you incur certain expenses on the real estate to make it better and thereby earn more income out of it. Like these hotels, they refurbish themselves and then they earn more. So these are ancillary incomes that they are earning because of their real estate. Their main income is the restaurant income, but because they have updone their real estate, their incomes have increased. Finally, if I have to conclude this session, the discipline of investment can create a lifelong habit of contributing towards your future goals. You can choose between the various investment types and go for the one that matches your risk appetite and fetches the highest return accordingly. Like any good habit, the more you invest, the better you keep getting at it. See, the takeaway is even if you have a small amount right now, you have to invest it. Investment could be as simple as making an FD with a bank. It could be as simple as putting it in PPF account, or it could be as complicated as investing on the stock market. But everything is doable. Everything is doable if you are supporting it with research and knowledge and being aware of what you are doing. I have always believed in empowered women empower women, and this is where we begin. Like Warren Buffett rightly said, the most important quality for an investor is temperament and not intellect. You don't have to be intelligent to know how to invest money. You know, a lot of these businessmen in India probably they've not even gone to a school or college, they've not finished their formal education. They're probably school dropouts. The temperament means how you react to what happens. And if you understand the markets and you know when to hold and when to sell, that is the key. You know, Warren Buffett amassed $60 billion, and he has not done this overnight. He has done it through value investing. Value investing simply means you buy something which is of good quality always at a fair price. When it is at a fair price, that is the time you buy it and then you hold it. If you can hold it for at least 10 years, that is the time when you will start getting the benefits. This is the simple rule of every successful investor. You have to react to the market. Keep yourself abreast with the financial news and financial knowledge. Finally, to end it, you have to keep earning and you have to keep investing. That has to be your motto. That is how you can make more money out of your money. Yes, I would like to rest my presentation here and open this to any question answers if we want to have.
If there you have any questions, please you may ask. Vandana, I guess you have any question? Vandana?
Yeah, I wanted to know about SIP a little bit.
Okay, so systematic investment plans or SIPs as they call it, this is basically, so these are areas where, you know, these are like mutual funds where you start investing money, but systematically in terms of every month you're going to put in some money. Now, again, in SIPs, you have to choose how much risk you want to take. So, if you don't want to go on towards very high risk, you tell them to keep it in debt instruments. If you are okay with taking a little risk, you tell them to go for a combination of debt and equity. And if you are a risk taking investor, then your SIP will have the investments will be made in all equity instruments. Equity is nothing but your share or stock market, and debt instruments are your bonds. So, so you have to understand that, you know, if you are investing in debt instruments, you're going to earn interest, which is going to be lesser than dividends. So the lesser risk you take, the lesser is going to be your return, and the higher the risk you take, the higher is going to be your return. SIPs are nothing but
So, ma'am,
banks helping you to do this. You don't have to do this on your own. You just have to put in money like a PPF account. You just keep putting the money. Now, what the government does with your money, you are not aware of. But the government gives you a fixed rate of interest. In SIP, you decide where your money will go. Yes, Vandana.
when I open a Demat account
Yes.
through an app like Grow app or something, after that they
Just check that this should be a registered stockbroker with SEBI. Your broker has to be registered with SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India.
Okay, ma'am. So after that, they ask me to select the stocks in whichever stock I have to invest. But because I am a law student and I am a professional, and I don't have the time to see which stock is doing well and which is not doing well. So I trust the professionals. So for that kind of women who is like, because whatever I do, I don't have much time to see the stocks and all. So is it a good option to just trust the SIP people and invest according to them?
Okay, so see, everything comes with risk attached to it. Now, if you are not going to be able to give a lot of your time to this endeavor, then what you should do is tell them to put your money in risk free investments. Of course, your returns will be a little lower, but then at least you are assured that your money is not going to fall down. I mean, it's not going to lessen, it's only going to increase. Of course, SIPs are good. Just be rest assured that where you're putting your money, that is the bank, should be a safe place. You should not go to any person. It has to be a person who's registered and properly doing it systematically. And of course, they'll give you all the investment calculators wherein they tell you कि इतने पैसे का 10 साल में कितना पैसा बन जाएगा and so on and so forth. But the risks are always attached and you have to read the offer documents carefully.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Any further questions you may ask, please? Anyone else? Okay.
Okay.
So let's continue. Okay. Now I would like to invite Miss Isha Singh, our General